Hey, great Thursday evening. It is a cool evening in the city of Brownsville.
Mm.
Not cool weather.
It's
It's
like
just a
what?
good evening, except that I have to go to the restroom.
Well, go, ándale. Just keep doing what you got to do, and we'll just talk baseball since apparently there's a baseball game going on, the Field of Dreams,
Yeah, it's the Cubs and
the Reds.
the Reds, Cincinnati Reds, at the
Mhm.
Field of Dream. If you build it, that
Dude, I
helps.
think you need to go, dude. Like you look like
Nice.
you got, you look like you're suffering.
That helps.
Oh, did you did you shart right now?
No, in short.
You didn't shart. Okay. Just making sure you didn't shart. Anyway,
Uh,
hey, what's up, Joe? What's going on?
evening.
Oh
It's
my
kind of
God,
a
you
weird.
look suffering, dude. Don't make me laugh.
I'm not really feeling well. It's kind of a weird deal, but I think I just ate too much all day today, and they brought me a burger from Whataburger, and it was
Oh, I had one burger today too.
double melt something or something.
What'd you have?
A double melt.
Never heard of
Cuando
that.
nace, cuando quieras, papá. You could come on
No,
tonight if you.
You know, I don't regularly have Whataburger, but I actually had Whataburger today, and I ordered for the kiddos. I ordered the two number 13s, and they're like, "You want the 3 piece or the 4 piece?" And I was like, "Pues I guess I have the 4 piece." Okay, great. I get home, they gave me the 3 piece. I'm like, "What the hell happened? Why did they give me the 3 piece and not the 4 piece?" Was then I looked at the receipt, and the problem is the receipt. Since you used to work at Whataburger at Osmo, you know this. The receipt is so dumb. It says 3 piece chicken. So I can imagine the poor cook in the back or the person who's doing, oh, they want the 3 piece. But the thing is the next line is X chicken strip. I mean, I think they mean the extra. But who the hell's gonna read that? You're busy trying. It's the lunch rush. You're trying to hurry the hell up. Why the hell doesn't Whataburger invest in doing the 4 piece? So they all they have to do is see the word four and put four freaking pieces of chicken instead of
Well,
just
there were no chicken strips back when I was working at Whataburger.
you know.
What are the topics for tonight? Women doing Zumba. That's going to be the topic for tonight.
Wait, I don't get that. Why women do Zumba?
Because my sister Gavi uh, was out doing Zumba, and I go like, "Huh, interesting picture, Gavi." And Gavi is one of those girls that needs not be doing Zumba. She needs to realize that it's too late. You're fat, and you're going to be fat from now on.
Well, why
So,
don't you do the surgery that you did, Osmo?
well, because she's not that fat, but
Oh,
she's fat, but she's married. So it's like, you know, yeah, you're married, you got kids, all your kids are grown up. Yeah, that's
hmm
it. Just grow into your weight. Look at all the tias, they're fat. All of them. All of them are fat. So, Gabriela, that's what we're going to all well, y'all are going to look like. All y'all women are going to look like all those tias. Hunky chunky.
so mean. And you
Stop
wonder why people don't want to vote for you because you're horrible.
stop doing Zumba. And take me to lunch on Saturday, like you said. Remember, you still owe me a trip to Cancun.
What time are you gonna have to go to eat for lunch on Saturday? Because you have
Like,
something to do Saturday morning.
yeah,
You're going block walking Saturday morning.
yeah, after block walking.
Yeah.
Topic
Oh,
for tonight is Trump going to jail.
why do you think
Uh,
he's going down?
no, 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 no. It's not gonna happen because I'm smart.
Well,
Chunky.
look, as far as Trump going to jail, I haven't seen the warrant, so this is just like me talking out of my buttocks. Is it he got he got in trouble because he had presidential records in his possession. And I believe that President Obama took a long ass time to turn in all of his presidential records. I think Nixon took a long ass time to turn in all of his presidential records. And if people want to talk about posts, they were classified documents. Well, as president of the United States, he has the single authority to be able to declassify anything. So why do they have to do this crap about going to his house or Mar-a-Lago to look at presidential records that they could have freaking asked for, but they want to make a big deal about it?
Uh, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. The only thing, a reason that I give a little bit of concern in regards to what happened to Trump is something that he said that's very, very true. If they did it to a former president, a billionaire, they're going to do it to you, folks. And
Hmm.
this is the danger of a socialistic government, guys.
Hmm.
And let me say, for all those individuals going out there, like, well, and that's why it's national. Well, wait a minute. Remember, they're going to hire 87,000 IRS agents. 87,000
Hmm.
IRS agents, and they are not going to go after the rich.
No.
And it doesn't much matter if a couple of them go after the rich out there, guys. They have money to hire attorneys
Hmm.
and CPAs and all these tax professionals.
Hmm.
You and I don't. They're going to go after and hurt middle class folk, small business folk, because they're going to go out there looking through every single one of your receipts, guys, to make sure that any and every deduction that you've placed on your 1040, guys, is legit.
Hmm.
And they're going to fine you, tax you, and charge interest on you like it's no one's business.
Yep. And so right now, the Democrats tomorrow are going to vote for a tax increase. They're gonna order. That is what they're doing. That is what is going to happen. It's a tax increase. I don't care what the Democrats like to say, but it's a tax increase, and it's going to affect the poor and the middle class. Because exactly what you said, people are. If you get a letter in the mail from the IRS, you'd be like, oh crap! All right, fudge, I'll just pay for it. Or if you don't pay for it, like crap, I need to get a lawyer, or I need to get an accountant, and I need to figure all this crap out. And it's a lot easier just to pay the thing, and that's how they're going to take money from you. And you may think, well, I pay all my taxes and I do a good job of paying my taxes. I think maybe at Osmo you do taxes. Maybe you made a mistake on a time or two. You never know. It's human error.
Never, but let me tell you one thing. I'm never again doing taxes. I
Hmm.
did taxes for friends, for folk out there. I'm never doing taxes again because
Hmm.
this year it's been a disaster
Hmm.
because everything has been delayed. And look, I would understand if they were going to hire 87,000 people because they wanted to expedite a lot of the backlog that a lot of people have experienced because of the IRS. I
Hmm.
mean, regular tax returns are now taking 8 months in order to see a turnaround. 8 months where it used to be 6 to 8 weeks. So constantly I was getting like, we haven't gotten anything. We haven't gotten anything. We haven't got. And I'm going like, I charge people $30. You know, that's just to help you out. I'm never doing it again.
Hmm.
Never. And because it's not worth my time, and I cannot stand dealing with uh, the phone calls, the messages. I haven't gotten anything. It's out of our control, guys. One of the other things, to apostilla a document, guys, it used to take 10 days. It's taking 8 weeks. 8 weeks.
Hmm.
Good
Okay.
evening. Evening,
Hey,
everyone.
Kat.
Glad you're here.
Hey, Kat. Oh, thanks.
Hey, Roman, I miss you.
Hey, Paul. What's going on?
Telling people that only criminals. Ah, I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess it's just me. So make comments, and I won't be able to put them on the screen, but I can see them. I hopefully Erasmo's okay. I'm sure he is. No, telling people that only criminals plead the fifth. Ha ha ha. And that's what he did. It's your constitutional right to be able to plead the fifth. You can do what you want. Go ahead and do that. So I mean, if you need to plead the fifth, it's the job of the prosecution to prove you did something wrong, right? It's not your job to prove your innocence. It's their job to prove that you're innocent. I mean, prove you're guilty. So get a. Oh, I can't. Abraham Salazar is saying get a 1099. I don't know not taxes. I'm not giving you tax advice. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't help you with that. Paula Master is saying, I moved to Piedras Negras. What? Why did you move to Piedras Negras? Why in the world would you move over there? Is that better than Brownsville? Better than Matamoros? Or, you want to step down? Really? So Gabby's saying, everyone misses Roman and no one misses Erasmo. LOL. That's not true. Nobody likes me. I'm horrible. Everybody hates me. I'm just a horrible person. Cat Celia is saying, "Yay, Roman!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Yay, Roman! Yay! I don't know what to talk about. I talked about Whataburger. Give me a. I'm at a friend's house right now, so me and my friend can give me a topic to talk about. Ooh, I got one. There was a poll that came out today by U.S. term limits, and they did a poll of the Texas congressional 34, along with like 20 other congressional races throughout the country, and they're claiming that the race between Mayra Flores and Vicente Gonzalez is Vicente's at 47% and Mayra's at 43%. Margin of difference of 4, but within the margin of error. So I mean, it's a toss up according to that particular poll. I find that interesting that the poll is virtually tied. If it's within the margin of error, it's considered, essentially a tie race. Considering we're 90 days away from the election, I, you know, I love Myra, and I obviously everyone knows I'm supporting her. I don't see how she wins because of the makeup, but when you take that into account, and another poll or survey that was done by the Texas Latino Conservatives or Coalition or something, by Orlando Sanchez, who's from Dallas. He did one of the Valley and tried to figure out what the makeup is and what people are concerned about. And according to that survey, they think that, well, it's very winnable for congressional races down here. That it's a bad sign for Democrats to be able to win. And so, Alberto, yo te quiero, Roman. Me too. I don't even know who you are, Alberto, but te quiero too. And then Nana Proof is saying, we need to get you a Ram shirt. And that's okay. Can you believe that they have this frosty or icy white uniforms the Rams do? Seriously? It's not even all white. It's yellow with white and with blue. Why is it an icy white? Like, if it has yellow, what is it, urine? Is it you pee out there and it turns to frostiness and ice? Like, what's wrong with the Rams? Seriously, I don't get it. So, whatever. Anyway, Diana Lee is Enrique is saying Fox and Friends tonight. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. You never know. I didn't even watch Tucker, so I don't know what happened to Tucker. Carlos Reyes, talk about Beto. Hope Abbott takes any debates that are scheduled. Would be nice if they have a debate in the Valley. They are. Well, they are. So Governor Abbott has agreed to do a next TAR debate in Edinburgh on September 30th, Friday Night Football, but a different form of football, and they're going to debate each other. But Beto has not actually agreed to accept that debate, but Governor Abbott has. And Governor Abbott is only doing one debate. That's the debate he's doing, and Beto doesn't want to show up. He didn't show up. But Beto, Robert Francis, the fake Mexican, wants to have 3 debates on top of that one. He's like, it's not going to happen, dude. No one's going to debate. And I'm kind of concerned that he might decide to do the MFR like he did yesterday. To everybody. Are you okay, Erasmo? You alive? You look a little flush.
I had well, I did a lot of flush in the toilet. I had to go.
Did you do the shh? Like,
I'll be right back.
from the movie Friday. Everybody remember that from the movie Friday? Okay, where are we at? Where are we at?
It was crazy. I just had to go to the restroom, and
Okay.
and it's kind of funny because at the start of the show, I told Rome, I said like, it's going to hit me, and you know how you could tell when it's going to hit, and you go like, and it's going to hit me, going to hit me. Sure enough, it hit me.
Might happen. You never know.
See, get a 1099. Yeah, that doesn't help. Let me tell you, 1099s. That people are going to get screwed with the 1099s. That's going to be the real money maker for the IRS.
I don't know what that is. Okay, we're already past that. Keep going.
I moved to Piedras Negras.
Didn't even know that. Nick?
Yeah.
Keep on.
Everyone misses Roman and no one misses Erasmo. That's my sister.
I know that. And that's why she's saying it to be mean. I don't believe her, though. Nobody likes me, so it's okay.
Hardly everyone. Hey, Roman. Yo te quiero, Roman.
See, somebody likes me. I wish my family loved me. I'm just kidding.
We need to get a Ram shirt.
Seriously, I was telling. Have you heard of their icy white uniforms? They claim that they're white, blue, and Yellow thing is icy white, and I'm like, ice is not yellow unless you pee in it and make it ice.
I've never seen it. Your friends tonight. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. It's, uh,
Hola, Henley.
let me see.
I talk about Beto. How hope Abbott takes any debates that are scheduled. Would be nice if they had that debate in the valley. I hope so. Uh, someone asked if I'd be willing to go. I go like, maybe.
I don't think
I
it's
don't.
going to be open to the public. I think it's just going to be an in studio debate if they do it there at UTRGV.
Oh,
I
then
actually would like to do, and I've actually mentioned it to a couple of people that I'd like to do maybe a watch party, whether here in Cameron County or jointly with Hidalgo County to do one, and hopefully the governor can show up and after he kicks Beto's ass in debate, show up and yay, kind of thing. I don't know if it'll
my
happen.
floor with Gonzalez.
Well, I was talking
It's
about it. Did you see the poll today that came out? The
mm,
47 to 43 poll?
no.
There was a poll?
Oh,
Legit poll.
well, how was it?
It was 47 Chente and 43 Mara, 4 point margin, but it was within the margin of error.
Yeah, let me say, I had a conversation with one of the Democratic operatives today, and I said the way that I see it is, Vicente is ahead in regards to probably winning this race. Again, just depends on how likable Mayra makes herself and graces herself with the people out there.
Mhm.
I'm going to say she's not helping herself by posting crap on social media.
Like
I
what?
didn't I didn't like that little post where she said like, "Oh well, if you're obsessed with me, just know that I'm married to a border patrol agent." It just didn't make any
Where did you post
sense,
that?
huh?
I haven't seen that post.
Well, supposedly it's something like where she states that, Vicente Gonzalez seems to be obsessed with me. Uh, I'm happily
Well,
married.
he's acting a little bit strange, if you ask me. I mean, he's acting strange, like he's losing. I've talked to Democrats and Republicans, like he's just acting kind of weird. Like, why is he acting the way he is?
Well,
So,
part of
oh,
the
okay.
and part of the part. Let me say this. I mean, she's voting,
She
and
what?
she's voting, and because she's voting, it's open season, and I think she's just not used to it. Because let me tell you, I've seen a lot of the posts that Vicente Gonzalez is throwing out there in regards to, hey, you voted for this. Well, doesn't this go against this? And they're legit, and they're legit because she has a voting record now.
Hmm.
If she didn't have a voting record, then you think like, well, it's kind of a little bit, just throwing stones at individual. But again, if Maida is going to go out there and attack his voting record, it's fair game. That's
No, I don't
politics.
disagree with that, but I'm thinking that I think if I haven't seen the post or the tweet or whatever she said, but it sounds to me that she's just you're obsessed with me. You have some weird guy that's writing nasty stuff about me that you pay $2,200 to advertise with, and you're posting things on your emails to like he did yesterday, saying that some guy who I don't even know, I've never heard of. I guess he's the prime minister or president of Hungary, and he's tying her to him just because they were at a conference together, and it's just very odd, very strange. I just don't know who's gonna win that race. I mean, again, I think Vicente would win that race. However, he's just acting weird. He looks like he's losing. The race that he won when he became congressman, he was the only one, if I remember correctly, that actually spent money on TV ads, and he had his own money, millions of dollars, and he was able to defeat people. He's not very well liked from what I'm told in Hidalgo County. So if they don't like him, why should people here in Brownsville or Cameron County like him? He's from McAllen. I mean, granted, Myra's from Burgos and she lives in McAllen,
She's in McAllen.
but she's from San Benito, so maybe she's more like us than we think. I mean,
I,
I mean, she's supported by the Lopez family, isn't she? I mean, she's doing voter drives there.
yeah, and it does make me very happy that she's out there being supported by the Lopez family. But again, right now at this point, it's just this last post, and I actually went out there. It's like it's kind of awkward. Stay
Mm.
focused. She needs to stay focused. But of course, she's not going to listen to an Erasmo Castro. She's
No,
not going to
no,
listen.
look. She actually she reminded me to tell you this, and we haven't talked. I didn't get a chance to. But she said, she's not hurting any Republican candidates. She's not. She's only focused on her own race. She's only focused. I mean, she hasn't endorsed anyone other than I think Jimmy on the Republican side. Jimmy, who's running for state rep in 39 because they go way back. But she's not interested in hurting anybody.
Uh,
And
Stay focused on the topic. He
yeah,
needs to stay focused on his. What are you doing? She needs to stay focused on his record. That's what she needs to stay focused on. I don't know who's out there helping her campaign. Stay focused. Don't play the game. Don't deviate. Don't go out there and respond to Vicente's uh, posts by saying stupid stuff. Stay focused. Look,
yeah,
one of the
focus. Focus on defeating Vicente. Like, well, okay. Do you think Vicente tomorrow is going to vote in favor of that tax increase? I mean, Henry Cuellar is. Henry Cuellar is going to vote in favor of hiring 87,000 IRS agents, increasing taxes. He's
that's
going
the
to
same.
vote for this new, climate change thing that's going to affect Texas very badly, and he's going to vote in favor of it. He just apparently doesn't care. I guess maybe Democrats are. He's afraid Democrats are not going to come out to vote because he's in a tough race against Cassie Garcia. Is Vicente going to vote in favor of a tax increase? Is he going to vote in favor of 87,000 IRS agents? I don't know.
I'm sure he's going to 100%.
And if he does, that might be
That,
bad for him. I mean, he
that
may lose Claiborne County by more than 1,000 votes. I don't,
will
Mhm.
agree. I will agree with you 100%. I do not believe that the climate change and hiring 87,000 new IRS agents are the number one priority for the people in this district.
Mhm.
What happened to Erasmo? Did he fall off from his chair? It must be a problem.
No, he's
Uh, Talk Priscilla Tipton and Drew Brown wanting to take more money from the BIZ and give it to the vendors, just like Sylvia Atkinson did. 100%. Screw them.
I don't know. I don't know specifically what you're talking about, Chris, Alberto. I
Screw them
don't.
both.
I'm
Love
voting for.
it.
So.
Let's talk about Billy and Los Falk Hawks. No.
Like Billy Garza?
Yeah. Billy Garza is, yeah, Billy Garza. And every time anyone brings, and I love Billy Garza. I can't stand his dad. I like Billy Garza.
Wait. Why Falk? I thought he did really well with Porter, not Falk. I don't know anything about Falk.
No, he started
Oh,
off with Porter.
okay.
Didn't Beto have a meltdown today? Cuss some people out. Yes.
But what is it about Beto? Like, honestly, it's a fake Mexican. He used the same line a month ago without the MF word in it. And he's using the same line. Like, why did he use the MF for this month, not last month? Like, why does he want to feel tough? Like, why did he use it? He's just he's wonky. I used that word this morning at Osmo, and I'm gonna continue to use it. He's wonky. Are you okay? You look lost. Are you dehydrated? Do you need some water?
No, I'm good. I mean,
You're
you can
looking
bring
away
me.
like something's going on. You're distracted. You look like our president does when he looks sad out the window, like, "Ooh, I want to come out and play too."
Well, let me tell you, and I've just been eating too much. I think I've been eating too much, and ugh, it feels like Roman didn't don't drink the Erasmo Kool Aid.
Oh, why? What's wrong with the Erasmo Kool-Aid? I like this Kool-Aid. It's good. If my friend
I
gave
love
it to me.
Who's going to elect Killer Hot Wheels out?
Look, look. Let me tell you. Okay, so many of you know. Well, maybe you don't know. When I was younger, I was in a wheelchair. I know you don't believe me, but I was in a wheelchair for about a year because I'm a muscular dystrophy. And so, somebody said, why are you block walking for Governor Abbott? I'm like, well, look, he's in a wheelchair. I support Governor Abbott. I can walk. I used to be in a wheelchair, so I feel that. So I feel like if I want to walk for him because he can't walk on his own. I don't know if that sounds corny, but it's the truth.
Super corny.
But it's the truth, though. But it's the truth, and it's one of your supporters too. She has a
I,
sign,
just sounds corny.
but it's the truth, though.
Uh, Let me say, Juan, I just made a comment in regards to I didn't like Midas tweets. I don't. I think she's going off topic, but sure, fine.
And
Roman.
if I were sounding like Fox one, I would be saying Myra's gonna win 100%. There's no way she's gonna lose.
Pornographic blogger Jerry McHale received monies from Vicente Gonzalez, Peter Garcia, and Brown. Oh, and Vicente Atkinson during their campaign, pre-felony indictment. 100%. So it's okay to laugh at the situation with the Valdez shooting. What would be your reaction other than MF?
It's the second time it's happened, and I don't even know if that person was really an avid supporter.
It's, I didn't see the thing. I all of a sudden, like the little video came up my thing, and I don't like Beto. I just can't stand him, and I think it started to go south with me once he said he wanted to take away our guns. Man, you lost me. Because at the end of the day, guys, let me tell you, unlike a lot of people in these areas, in these neck of the woods, I've been to socialist countries. I've been to countries that are, very, very close to becoming socialist countries. And let me tell you, Mexico is one of those countries, guys. Mexico is one of those countries where people cannot arm themselves. That is very, very, very dangerous. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, the power reigns solely on the politicos and the military guys. And that's something you don't want. None of us want at the end of the day. Because one of the things that I think happened here in Matamoros recently, there was a kid, and it came out in the Mexican news. There was a kid that got beat up by the military here in Matamoros,
Mhm.
and that, again, I've never had any bad experiences with the individuals there at the military, but they're kind of scary. They're the ones that are carrying the AK-40 AR-15s, whatever the hell, I don't even know. Again, and I'm not into the AR-15s at all. I mean, I like my 357 Magnum that I have right here under my knee. Those I like, but again, they're not for me. But if someone wants to have a whole arsenal at their home to protect themselves and protect their family, more power to you. It's still America and Texas.
I just think he's fake. I mean, again, if he didn't, if some the same situation happened a month ago, which was closer to the Uvalde shooting, and he didn't use the word MFer, but he does now, it's for show. I mean, be real. I mean,
I don't like with them.
so
Uh, why do average rallies look like KKK meetings? One of the things, and again, I
KKK
don't.
meetings, like why? I mean, like the Republican Party, the state convention had the most Hispanics they've ever had. It's a diverse party, whether people want to believe it or not. But like I said earlier today, the Texas Latino Coalition or Conservative TLC or something came up with a poll that was done in regards to South Texas and saying that there's a realignment happening based on the numbers. And so conservative Hispanics are no longer aligning themselves with the Democratic Party, that it is moving in that direction, not just throughout the United States, but here in South Texas. There's a reason why people like Erasmo Castro are going to, if I were to put money, and I'm not, but if I were to be putting money, I think Erasmo beats Joey. And the part of the reason why people Erasmo beats Joey is because people like you, Nene, I assume, are going to vote. If you could vote for Erasmo, would vote for Erasmo. And I think there is a change amongst people. Male Hispanic conservatives, I think, believe wholeheartedly that border security is the number one issue. I think, generally speaking, the Valley thinks corruption an issue. And where does Erasmo talk about corruption? And I think that Republican Party, if we talk about corruption, and we should, we can do it. I mean, I firmly believe that Governor Abbott talks about the economy. I want him to talk about the economy in spite of what's happening with governor with the president and his horrible economic policies that are similar to Beto's economic policies. But if the governor is out there talking about to the valley, hey, I would love to help you with your economy and make it even better, but it's really freaking hard to do when you have corruption that happens in the Rio Grande Valley. Help me vote out that corruption, or help me make it a two-party system in the valley, and I'll help you make sure that you have the same type of jobs that they have in the rest of the state, so that you are the number one job producing area. That's what I hope happens. Anyway, sorry. But again, it's all about a big ass movement, which Erasmo is a part of.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, guys, let's go back into what's happening at the county level. Just with these budget meetings, they don't know what the hell is going on. We're talking about $10 million deficit, guys. $10 million deficit. 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're trying to throw blame back and forth, back and forth. They're trying to blame the sheriff department. And again, let me tell you guys, they haven't even. And I said this morning, they haven't even given the sheriff department a chance to breathe. So again, I'm not blaming the sheriff. The sheriff just started. Give the guy a break. Stop taking him to court. Stop distracting him. Stop trying to sabotage his term as sheriff of Cameron County. Leave him alone. Stay focused on the real issues, which include the deficit, which include giving our staff out there halfway decent raises
Mhm.
instead of giving yourself a damn raise.
I am curious about, earlier I was saying how Vicente Gonzalez is acting kind of weird. I'm not going to say chiscado, but acting very weird in his run against Myra. And by the way, Myra is the incumbent. I saw somewhere on Twitter that Gonzalez is technically the incumbent. No, it actually Myra is the incumbent because they're running for 34. But do you find it strange that County Judge Eddie Trevino is acting very aggressive to Sylvester Cisneros, who's there representing the sheriffs, and saying, we want our 70 employees to be unfrozen. And he's like, well, we're in a deficit. Like, where are we going to get that money? He's like, well, that's not my job. That's the job of the county commissioner's court. It's not the job of the sheriff's department to find out where's the money. It's your job, county commissioner. That's why people elected you. So I'm curious, Joey Lopez, if you're watching right now, what is your plan? What is your plan to be able to get us out of that debt that you all have done because you've been there for a number of years? You know what's happening. What's your plan to help? Why doesn't he step up? Why is County Judge Eddie Trevino the one having to take all the bullets? Well, I mean, he has the job, obviously. So where are you going to come up with the money? It's not the sheriff's department's job to be able to do it. But regardless, if you do not bring back those 70 that you froze to what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, you've defunded the police. You are part of that woke movement to defund the police in the middle of crime waves and increased problems. Why are you defunding the police? And those are questions that Joey Lopez, Gus Ruiz, who has a Republican opponent, and County Judge Eddie Trevino are going to have to answer. So I hope they do answer that question, and I hope they can figure out a way to not be in a budget deficit.
They don't have an answer. Again, they have sunk us down such a deep hole. It's going to be impossible for them to continue the spending that they want to spend and actually pull us out. And look, guys, look at how much money and effort was thrown into this arena crap. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, twice, guys, twice with a deficit.
Mm-hmm.
They were planning on bringing on upon you all, us all, 175, $200 million project, guys, while we're in the middle of a deficit where we can't find money to unfreeze positions that had already been approved for at a deficit, guys. And let me tell you, if they're out there saying that we're at a $5 million deficit, you know for sure that's at least three times that amount. At least. I have conversations with individuals in the county every day, and everyone's pissed and they're tired. And I just had a conversation with someone today. They said, "That's what happened to all that money that they received. What did they do with all that money they received because of
Are you talking
COVID?
about COVID money?
They got COVID money from everyone. They got COVID money from private sector, from state, and from federal. What have they done with the money?
I mean, are they going to have to raise? Are they going to have to raise taxes in order to pay for that $10 million? And I'm Peppermint Patty. I'm glad you're voting for Erasmo. Uh, um, are they going to have to raise taxes to be able to do that? I mean, didn't they raise property appraisals throughout the county? So many
They did
property appraisals went up like crazy. So
100.
you would think that even with the effective tax rate, which is the same tax rate, I mean, not the effective tax rate, even with the tax rate they had last year, they should be able to have money. Why are they in a deficit? Makes no sense.
At the CPAC convention, above their stage, it was lit up saying, "We are domestic terrorists."
I'm not part of CPAC. CPAC is a conservative political action committee. It's not the Republican Party, so I can't speak for that.
Actually, I didn't see it. It might have happened. I haven't seen it. We are voting Republican from now on. We need change. Love you.
Good for you.
You boy Trump is in huge trouble if the rumors are true. Uh, Again, look, guys, it's
My.
not the it's not the first time that we've heard this. We heard Russia, Russia, Russia. We
Mhm.
had the dossier.
Oh,
We had it,
P-gate. P-gate. Don't forget about P-gate. Speaking of
the-
icing.
everything. I mean, look, guys, it's the media, Chuck. And again, look, if he did anything wrong, let them go after him, guys. I want to see it. But throughout his presidency, you know, he's going down now. They've got him on the ropes. Nothing happened, guys. There was nothing there. So again, it's just wait. At the end of the day, we'll see. The
Mhm.
valley needs change. Yeah, and and again, I'm going to say this. I know that a lot of people were rather like, well, she wasn't the first congressional individual from this area. Still historic, guys. This win that Maida pulled off is historic. Any which way you want to look at it, it's still historic.
Yeah.
What was Abbott done but collect money from corruption? And as much as I want to say I'm Republican, I have to go with what the new generation is voting for.
Yeah, the new generation is voting Republican. I don't. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. We've been a Democratic controlled area for 150 years, and you're seeing a red wave in the Rio Grande Valley. I mean, what does that mean? What does the red wave mean? Is it just one or two races winning? Is it just Myra winning? No, I think we're going to have a number of people win. I think if I believe that Governor Abbott will win Williston County, I believe Governor Abbott will win Starr County, and I believe Governor Abbott will win Cameron County. I do not believe Governor Abbott will win Hidalgo County because it's a large population, but winning those three counties for Governor Abbott would be huge. And so that means that other people will win. And that means people like Erasmo Castro can actually win this race. And so the new generation is voting Republican. I don't know why you would want to vote against that particular movement, Nene.
Ed Trevino, Joey Lopez, along with all other commissioners, talk about we should not defund the police, that they are solely responsible for defunding the Cameron County Sheriff Department. Exactly.
Look, and I want to be very clear. I voted for County Judge Eddie Trevino in 2018. I proudly voted for him. I did support him. He knows I supported him. I'm not supporting him this time. I'm not, because, and I've made it very clear. So unlike some people, I feel like I can be critical of him and still be, completely fair. Yes, I am voting for, former County Judge Carlos Cascos, but that doesn't mean that I, as a voter and as taxpayer, I guess, be tax should be able to make a point. And I am concerned that Eddie Trevino, Joey Lopez, and Gus Ruiz, who are on the ballot in November, are not actually coming up with solutions. So there isn't that $7 million budget deficit.
Let me say that one of the things that we warned about 2 years ago was how this crazy crap that's going on all over the country in regards to defund the police, how it was slowly going to trickle down here to Cameron County, guys.
Mm.
I, I'm on record saying it, and I've said it on here publicly in regards to it's going to come down. It's going to come down. One of the things that I think a lot of local folk have tried to do is mask every single talking point, every single bullet point that comes from the corrupt political Democrat machine that exists, and
Mm.
calling it somewhere else. I
Mm.
mean, it, you could paint a bird any color you want; it's still a bird. And let me say, this bird, this goose here, is cooked. It's done. Stick a fork in it. Ya, se está tostando. And there's been a lack of services and resources for our local law enforcement. Talking about the Browns Police Department, and definitely with this, I mean, back and forth that they had during the budgetary meeting that they had. I mean, going after Silver that way. Silver's a great guy. I like Silver. Going after
And if
Silver
you
that way.
want to read it, the Brownsville Herald has the conversation, and I didn't feel really like a conversation. I didn't even feel like a dialogue. It felt like, the County Judge Trevino was browbeating the poor man,
He was like that, scolding him.
scolding
He's a
him
good
out.
guy. Erasmo, ganales. You gonna try? Will there be a scheduled debate for those running for county commission? As of yet, no. I'm hoping.
Hmm.
Trust me, there's nothing I would like more.
I don't know.
Nice shirt, Roman.
Thank
You
you.
know, hey, bro. Hey, bro. You didn't say you like my shirt. They were talking. Here comes the rain. I hope the city has prepared itself. I hope they haven't forgotten we're still in hurricane season. Uh,
We want the rain. I want the rain. I mean, we need the rain so that we can start being able to not to be able to wash our cars. It's bad.
uh, you know, the last thing on the mind, I think of Cameron County and city officials, unfortunately, is being prepared for hurricane season, and we're about to be right smack in the middle of it. And again, I've said this for a while. I'm going to continue to say it, guys. If we get hit by a hurricane, we're screwed. That could wipe Brownsville completely off the map.
I'd like to have a nice, depression to land over the Falcon Dam or Amistad and stay there for a day or two so it could just give us a whole lot of water in the reservoir. That'd be
So we can
nice.
ship to Monterrey.
Hmm?
So we can ship to Monterrey.
I guess. I mean, we need the rain. We do.
That's where you are wrong. We need red for the most, but this woman movement on abortion, LGBT movement, that next movement is all voting blue. Uh, I think in regards to abortion is one of the reasons why a lot of folk are going to be voting conservative. And this Latin X crap, I still don't get.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're saying we've been red for a long time. I mean, yes, Governor George W. Bush, when he ran for president, became president, Cameron County went red. Yeah, we have had, Tony Garza be a county judge. We did have Carlos Castro be a county judge. But to say that the valley itself has been red is just not true. I mean, we only have, in the entirety of the Rio Grande Valley, we have one Republican that's currently elected to office, and that's Constable um, uh, Norman Esquivel. Sorry, Norman Esquivel over the island. He's the only Republican that's elected. And I don't include Jaime Tijerina and Clarissa Silva, who are Republicans from the Rio Grande Valley that currently sit on the 13th Court of Appeals, because they were not necessarily elected because of the valley. They were elected because of the rest of the state that is in that 13th. So I don't agree with that. As for the abortion thing, there is something to be said where I guess there's some people that were pro-life or claim to be pro-life, but they had the backing of Roe, and they said, "Well, I'm pro-life, but it's never going to be overturned, so I can say I'm pro-life and not pro-life." And now that, Roe's been overturned, maybe am I pro-life or not? I don't know. But I will say that survey or poll that was done by TLC that was released today specifically talks about this Latinx thing or whatever, that there are Hispanic conservatives or Latinos that are not happy with Latinx, and nobody really identifies themselves as Latinx. It only represents 1 or 2% of the entire population amongst Hispanics or Latinos or Latinas that consider themselves Latinx. It's just not real. It's just a fake word. It really is a fake word. And I think I'm embarrassed for any Hispanic that uses that particular phrase, especially when it appropriates the Spanish language by using an Americanized X in order to take away the O, which is perfectly inclusive. And if you do speak Spanish, everyone knows Latino includes everybody and everything.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Trex Mendex?
Well, we can say that because we're just being funny. But Latinx, they think it's a serious word for a serious group, and it's not a serious word nor a serious group because, again, they represent maybe 2% of the Hispanic population throughout the country.
I actually had a conversation with my dentist today, and I still love him. We are going to go to a movie, church movie, and to soccer game.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he is a Tigre, so I'm going to have to go watch Los Tigres. I think they're playing Santos Laguna
ugh. When is this weekend?
Sunday.
Oh, ay, pobrecito. Yeah, I
So
mean, our team, Los Rayados, plays Necaxa tomorrow on Friday night. So,
I wish I could be there.
but they'll be playing in Necaxa. They're not playing in Guadalupe, Nuevo León.
I am a millennial woman, and I'm voting red. Yes, Latinx is bull.
Good job.
Gente, dale a la manita. Oh, yes, guys, please like that YouTube page, please.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
I actually, uh, I actually read La Mantilla. I'm going like, what?
What? Oh, can I say something about La Matia? Do you think it's really weird that, as far as I know, she's not Hispanic. She's Italian, her ethnicity. And she's going around. She posted a picture a few days ago of her wearing some female Mexican garb looking dress thing. Is she trying to make herself sound like she's Hispanic when she's really not? Is she trying to be like Beto or what? I don't get it. Am I the only one who sees it?
I haven't seen much of La Mantilla, actually. I don't know if they're all waiting for the election to get closer or stuff. I haven't
No,
seen
go
much of
to her page. She has a red little, I guess, a flowery dress that's very
it.
typical of what you would wear for Chowder Days.
I don't watch that kind of stuff, but as much as people might not believe this, I'm not really on social media that much. But what I'm saying is, I haven't seen her out and about in the community, and she needs to,
Maybe
unless
she
she.
feels she has it in the bag.
Well,
I see Adam on the community. Adam's down here a lot. He lives in Corpus, and Adam's a good guy. Have you met Adam? I think you're going to meet him on Saturday, if you haven't already met him. Adam and Jose.
I don't think
Oh, by
so.
the way, Erasmo's going to be block walking on Saturday morning. And if you'd like to block walk for Erasmo and help him and support him, as many of you all I know do, and maybe you don't live in precinct 2, but you'd like to block walk, make sure you message Erasmo so he can tell you where we're going to be on Saturday so you can come out and help him because he needs your help. Now,
Mess.
if you do block walk with Erasmo, I do hope that you will block walk and support other candidates, as there are people that may or may not be supportive of Erasmo, but are going to be handing out his material. So go ahead and help Erasmo out. It's only a Saturday. You only have to block walk for a couple of hours, and maybe he'll bring the scooter. You can ride it, something like that. But please,
I am going to take.
you see, you can take pictures with Erasmo. The famous Erasmo will have yard signs for Erasmo and other candidates. You can help. Please do that. It's a Saturday in the morning. It's a lot of fun. If a germaphobe can do it like me, you can do it too. I'm so aggressive, I guess.
Yes, for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
I actually have a wedding, and I'm going to Monterrey.
So, but
I
you're gonna have lunch with Gabi on Saturday.
Yeah, after my block walk, I'm going to go have lunch with Gabi. I'm going to, believe this or not, I'm going to go take a shower, and then I'm going to go block walk. I'm going to go to have a wedding at 5 o'clock at 5:30, and then I'm going to Monterrey.
You should
And
take an extra bottle, 12 pack of bottled water when you go to Monterrey because no hay agua.
well, one of the things that I stay at a hotel, so I'm doing okay. And
Are you
I
allowed
have,
to use the water, take a shower there at the hotel?
yeah, yeah. There's always water at hotels. One of the things I get invited by friends like stay at the house. And we're like, no, you don't have water. And I don't like to impose, and I don't like to be around people too much.
So where does the hotel get the water that they get water?
They have these big old rotoplaza. They
Oh,
collect water. They
oh,
put tuk tuk. It's kind of funny that you mentioned the tuk tuk, but I do got to get the tuk tuk out of. I might do it for later on block walking, like in October, because I don't have any trips planned in October, so I should be campaigning all throughout October. Um, and I will pull out the tuk tuk.
okay.
Be interesting. I actually plan to use the tuk tuk to go take people out to vote during
Oh,
early voting.
oh, good.
I know I'm late. I like the page. Guys, please like the page on YouTube.
Is
Um,
Lucy and Peppermint Patty and Kat coming out block walking? Maybe Maggie will come out block walking también. It'd be great. I will not reveal your identity if you want to come block walking and help Erasmo.
we'll see.
I mean,
Uh,
because Joey has all the money in the world, right? Well, I mean, he has a lot of money, right? So he can spend money. And the only way you beat money and people like, Morgan Lamatia, who has millions of dollars to be able to spend on a race, the only way you
Mostly,
beat them is by door knocking and by meeting voters and encouraging people to support your candidate. And if you're concerned about the corruption and people being able to, I mean, look what happened. I'm not going to say that Nora Galansky, who is unfortunately my District 1 city commissioner, is corrupt. I'm not saying that. But
I,
she did spend a crap ton of money for a seat that pays $10 a meeting. And so if you're upset about something like that people can just do that. Or maybe even a John Cowan who spent a crap ton of money to be able to be a city commissioner, again, that pays $10 a meeting, that you need to be
exactly.
willing to walk for candidates. It's great and fine to be on social media and sharing things, and you should share Osmo stuff or your favorite candidates, share their stuff and encourage people to vote. But it's a whole different thing when you go and meet with voters, because what ends up happening is you're not living behind a computer screen and you get to talk to people and you get to enjoy, understand what their solutions are. And you're gonna find out when you do block walk that a lot of people think like you, and you're like, wow, you'd be surprised that they actually believe the things that I believe, and it's good. And sometimes you might meet somebody that, you know what, I'm not interested in voting for Erasmo. Like, screw Erasmo, I don't like that guy. I'm like, well, you know what? Thanks for your time. And then those people exist.
Uh, I'm taking my friends out on a ride on my tuk tuk. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, still really and all that crap. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, be here or be a steer. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.